will be great. Let me also do the, okay, you do the recording. I'm going to get the recording afterwards. אלון, אני צריך את ההקלטה אחרי. כולל הצ'אט. Okay, moving on. So today I'm going to talk to you about a very interesting topic, and this is about how to turn what you love to do, your passion, into an income stream. And there are multiple ways to do this these days, with at the tip of our hands, with our fingers, sitting where you're at right now or where I'm at right now, with different ways, with working remotely on different things. And I'm going to show you some opportunities and some options. Let me share my screen and we'll start right away. I hope that you see my screen. You see my screen? Just say yes, no in the chat. Meanwhile, I'm going to check. I see you all here. Okay, how to turn your passion into an income stream. I give this talk also for organization. I have 8 other talks that I give. If you want to have me at your company, please get in touch afterwards, and then we'll chat. I can give that talk. Thank you to Mima for commenting. Now I know everything is fine. So a little bit about myself. My name is Shlomo Freund, and I'm married entrepreneur for many years now. You see here my professional background. I'm a financial coach. I help people to organize their finances or their money to control their financial future, but in a good lifestyle. It's very, very important. Good lifestyle and finances. It's not only about the money, it's also about having the good lifestyle and things that you want for yourself. I do this through personal training and workshops. I also have an online course. I'm also a niche website investor, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this towards the coming up at the talk. You'll hear about that. You see some of my professional achievements, building a company in China. I'm speaking in many podcasts. I actually just had a podcast recording just before this talk about an hour ago, which was a fun one. I'll speak slower, Estelle. There is no sound. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear at the chat? You can hear okay. Okay, I'll speak slower. I even wrote a book. It's a world record. Most writers from most countries. I wrote it with 100 other people, and I hosted a podcast. But all these are very nice. These are professional things. The most important things for me are these things. It's the personal things, our friends, our families, the things that we want for ourselves. Here are the things that I want for myself. I plan a long bicycle trip. It should take about 2 to 2.5 years of my life. I hope to do this with my family. Generally speaking, we're a location independent family. So we travel for 2 to 3 months every time, once to sometimes twice a year. I really feel that me, myself, and our family are able to get along anywhere in the world. Just put us somewhere, we'll be just fine. I have visited so far in 36 countries. And if you ever heard about TED, which is a professional talks platform, if you know how to get there, let me know. I want to speak there as well. So, oh, one more thing. This is a disclaimer. We're going to talk about things related to money. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a financial coach. You need to keep that in mind. I'm speaking about things from my experience, and it's important to know that you as well should take responsibility over your finances, and I encourage you to do this. So what you see here is from my knowledge, it's my advice, but you need to still make your own research. Okay, so you've heard about this talk, how to turn your passion into an income stream. So while you're here, what was the trigger of you saying, okay, I have this talk by this Shlomo guy. What is the thing that made you come here? Can you please share this in the chat? And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and see how many of you are here. Turn on your cameras. I'd appreciate it. Would love to see you all. We're a small, intimate group here today, so that's nice. So why you're here? Tell me. Alone invite. Alone invite. Yes, that's a good reason. Okay. Doesn't mean you have to come if alone invite, but thank you. Who else? Let me drag this here. Okay, so while I'm waiting for what you're writing on the chat window, best is to work it with what you like. Tamima says that you're correct. I'm going to show you a few ways today, and I hope you're going to use one of them for yourself. Okay, so here's something that Confucius said 2,500 years ago. He said, choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Now, he has a lot of wonderful sayings, and I really like this one. So, by the way, he didn't write it. It's his students who wrote that. Valda says it's because of the passion. Got it. That's a good thing. So I should use that as the title. Okay. So I went ahead with this thing in mind, thinking about Confucius, about the great things and the wonderful, fun jobs that were at Confucius' time. Have a look at that. That looks like fun. Fixing carts, farmers, masons, all these kind of things. These are things that are a lot of fun. Confucius had a lot of fun when he thought about the work that you love, right? Of course, I'm cynical about this. These are not fun jobs. And the truth is that in his time, in order to be the fun jobs like a poet, okay, or an advisor, you had to be part of the aristocracy in the country. Fortunately, these days at 2022, that's not the case. You don't have to be aristocracy to have a job that you love and earn from it. And I'll show you some examples. So when we're going back to this saying, choose a job that you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. He spoke about a job you love. So what does he mean when he's saying this? Can you please write to me in the chat? What are the feelings that you have when you have a job that you love? What's happening in your mind? What's happening in your body? What are the things you're thinking about? Write it in the chat. Thank you to all the new ones joining. Turn on your cameras. It will be great having you. Welcome, Dorit. Welcome, Shelly. Welcome, Shula, whoever right inside. Inbal says excitement. Good one. Play all day. You can play all day. What else? More people joining. Thank you for joining. I see some familiar faces or familiar names. Let me say thank you for coming again. Okay, so you have excitement. We have play all day, things that you feel in your mind when you have a job that you love. Here are some things I came up with. So you don't feel that the time passes. You probably heard of the word flow, being in a flow state. So this is something that you definitely feel when you do a job that you love. You got great satisfaction. Maybe that's the excitement that Inbal was speaking about. Inbal, did you mean satisfaction? Is that the thing? Or it's more of the exciting thing about things? And I'm also saying high salary or earnings for work that you love, because some people would say, I'm okay with earning high salary. Maybe they do enjoy that high salary. They do enjoy that job, but even if they just enjoy the high salary, but not the job, maybe they say in their mind, it's like, okay, I like that job because of that, and that's worth it. Maybe for a limited time, fine. But I'm putting this as a question mark because I'm not sure about that one. Shula is saying shlichut, which I don't have the translation right now for what that means, but it's basically doing something for your heart, doing something that you feel is important in the world. And there's probably a good translation for this. So the problems with jobs that we like, and I hear this thing a lot, no money. You can't really make a living from a job that you like. And I hear that a lot. So I came up with a plan. to solve this problem, to make money from a job that you love. Destiny, good one, Dalia. Listen to my plan, rocket science plan. What do? You think of something that you really like to do, then you find a way to get involved and make money from it. You couldn't think about this plan by yourselves, right? You really had to come to my talk for this. But it's really that simple. I'm of course cynical again, but this is the way to do it. And I'll show you how. Now, write to me in the chat. Give me examples of things that you like to do, really like to do on your day-to-day, or something special for you. What are these? Add that in the chat. Who else is here? Oh, we got more people joining. Welcome. We got Joseph, we got Sandra. So what are the things that you love? Welcome, Dalia. Welcome, Udi. Listen to music. Okay. Would you like to earn a living from this, Tamima? Okay. I've heard of it's a spoiler for later on, but I've heard of an app about a month and a half ago that pay you crypto coins for listening to music or podcasts, just so you know. Inbaz is something you dealt with and you can show others how to deal with it as well. Okay, things that you love. Talking to people. That's a good one, Sandra. Alon, talk to new people. Alon is always talking to new people. Is swimming in the sea, teaching good relationship. Okay, plenty of examples here. Prepare because I might need a volunteer, depends on our time. I'm going to do a mini coaching session here to help you earn a living from what you love. And you already gave me plenty of examples. So you can make money today from almost anything you love nowadays. Okay, and I'm saying this because the world is really open for you with the opportunities that we have. There is no limit of who you work for or where you work for. And I'm going to show you many examples for that. Painting without a paintbrush. How do you paint without a paintbrush, Sandra? Even when it's not a good time, I speak with them. Alon turned speaking into work, and well, we need to work on that, Alon. Maybe you need some relax a bit. Anyway, so here are some examples of things that you can do. So as I said, unlike Confucius time, today we don't have to be an aristocracy to do all the things that we love. And here are some examples of things that you can do. So you can teach things. Some people mentioned that. You can write content. I'll show you examples. You can build a product or a service of something that you love. As example, I'm looking at what people said here. Yeah, service, teaching good relationship, Dalia said. Okay, so build your product or service, just launch that. You can maintain a site on a favorite topic. Maybe there's somebody about swimsuits or about the sea, again from Dalia, but what else? Oh, painting, yeah, definitely something big. So maintain a site on your favorite topic, or just being an employee, but work remotely, meaning you're working for someone not in Israel, not where you are, it doesn't matter. You just have the opportunity to search for any company around the world, whereas it will be the US, Canada, Europe, China, Japan, wherever. It's open. You work, you do it remote. Okay. So I told you about all these things. Let me see how I am with the time. Okay, we got like 2-3 minutes. I want a volunteer that want to do something, and maybe I can help quickly with what they can do. And how they can turn that passion into an income stream. Want to go ahead, someone? You can just unmute yourself and talk. We're not 300 people here. No brave people tonight. Okay. You can't unmute. Alon, can you take care of this? Maybe I can help with this. Let's see.
Okay, here I got it.
Great.
Okay, so I like to
Who am I,
research.
who am I speaking with?
I'm in Bal.
Ah, great. Okay. Talk to me.
I like to research. Like give me like a topic, and I like to like create a, you know, kind of organize the material around it and create like a clear summary or a paper around a
And you
certain
don't
topic.
mind what the topic is?
It needs to be something I'm somehow interested in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and why did you have difficulty make a living off it?
I've never thought about making a living off it, but I feel like the biggest hurdle would be to find people who are willing to pay for my research.
Okay. I'm giving a big spoiler of what I'm going to talk about, but you see bullet number 2 here. It's a very right content. It's a very obvious connection, and I'll show you how to do that, or how to start, or to say, with finding the topics that you love and write about them. Okay. There are some options out there, which is writing content for other people in different ways. Okay. Any specific area that you enjoy writing about?
I like education, and I like
Okay.
health, like health foods or health
Self-help? Oh,
trends
health.
or
Okay.
health trends and like yeah, health modalities.
Okay.
Yeah, that's those are examples.
Okay.
Also like business.
Okay. Yeah.
Also like marketing, I've done before some like marketing work. So I like look at the market and I see like what's, you know, I can talk about the go-to-market strategy for a company or something.
Okay, I got tons of ideas for you. So I'll give the examples, and some of them will be very relevant to you, and I'll point them out when they're relevant for you. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So for every one of these bullet points, teach, write content, so on and so forth, I'm going to give examples and I'm going to explain how to reach those. So let's go. First of all, about teaching. Okay, you can teach whatever skill that you have to others. The first example here is for a company called OutSchool. This is mainly for people who are in the US, Canada, Australia, maybe UK. You can teach kids, and you can see the topics here. There's people who teach math. There's people who teach the ABC. My daughter had if I remember correctly, she had a Spanish class and also a class about dinosaurs on this platform. So you can become the teacher. You go to that platform, outschool.com, open a profile, and then you need to research first and see if there is a market. So if there are other teachers at that market, you know that it's probably going to work. Another option is skillshare.com, which is more for adults. Same thing. You see, it's a little small here, so it's hard for me to read. But this sidebar here, you can see all the topics. So I can't see, it's too small, but maybe you can read it. But there are different things like design and math and physics and you name it. There are really a lot of things here. So skills that you have or knowledge that you have and you can teach others. And I probably need a new, maybe you can make it larger just now and read it. Yeah. Music. Who said they love music? You can do that. You can teach it. Graphic design, fine arts, film, animation, okay, build, analytics, you name it. You find something that you love and then you post it and teach others. So that's one option. One more thing that you can teach, and I'm sure everyone here can do this because they speak a language, at least English and probably also Hebrew, because most of the people here are from Israel. So you can teach languages at this platform called italki.com. There's also another one called Preply, and there are several others. You can teach, look at these profiles of these people. So we got Eli Ovadia, he's an Israeli, and he makes $25 an hour for teaching. And he has 1,679 lessons so far. So you do the math, how much money he made. It's not a full time, but it's something that but it's something that he makes a living off it and can grow it and do it. And you can see here how many on this platform, how many classes they made. So you can calculate how much people make. Option 4 on the electronics sector. I don't remember what option 4 was, but probably writing content. Assign on favorite topics. Yes, I'll show you. Okay. Anyway, so this is you see another profile. She's teaching French, and by the way, Hebrew is an expensive language, so people pay a lot to learn it. A Spanish example is not, and you can get teachers for. My daughter is learning Spanish for $5 to probably $6 to $7 an hour on this on Itokai. Anyway, you can open a profile, see what's the market is like, see how much you charge. You probably need to start low and then keep increasing it and get reviews. And you can teach. You won't be rich from that, but you can make a living. Imagine also traveling to maybe a cheaper place for a few months a year, and you can definitely make ends meet. Let's continue. And this is for you, Inbal. This platform is for people who are looking to provide services, any service or almost any service. Coding, marketing, because you mentioned marketing, graphic design, animation, virtual assistant, and also writing content, upwork.com. This one is for, I have a niche website that I invest in, and I am looking for my content writers on this platform. But you can also do the other way around. You can say, I want to write content about X, Y, Z, and then you'll be able to write that too. You'll be able to, people will reach out for your profession. So really, that's an option for you, Inbal, to do and start right away. Open a profile there and go ahead. We have a question from Sandra. How can I get students for painting without a paintbrush? That's a good one. You would probably want to start. So the two easiest ways I know of making money online is writing content or languages. You can go to websites about painting without paintbrush, start there, and you earn two things at the same time. One is that they pay you for writing that content. The second thing is that you earn your name and send them through the bio link to your website, and maybe through that they get to know you more, and then you start. I'm not saying it's easy peasy, but I'm saying it's a way to start out with these kind of things. And of course, there are millions and millions and billions of websites in the world. I'm sure you can find something about that topic. Okay, here's another option. Let me see how I'm with the time. Yeah, we still have a few minutes. At the end, there'll be time for questions. And this one is about building businesses. And this theme is called building public. And this is something that people do when they are building a product or they're building a service and they want to know, they basically tweeting or talking about the thing that they do. They post, as you can see here, there are different metrics. So you see on the right, there is a subscription box for vegetables. And that farm was celebrating that they have, welcome to our newest subscriber, Andy. Now, what they do, they attract the right audience, the right people with the right vibe that like their brand. So it lets them explore ideas with their audience. It builds a community around the product or the service. And it also builds the branding in general. Now look at the guy on the left side. They don't hide anything. Look, he's saying that he's in month 4 and 5 of his startup of spynewsletter.com. He made 108,000 monthly recurring revenue. And the total he made 5,800. And the next month, he's even talking about his plan, $3,000 next month. That's his goal. People are really sharing everything. If you'll look at Twitter and you'll search for hashtag building public, you'll find tons and tons of examples. And it's fascinating to see what people are building. There are SaaS, micro SaaS, content websites, you name it. It's really, really interesting. Here's a building public I did. So the bottom one that you see, $3 a month, is an online course that I have called How to Achieve the Perfect life finance balance for remote workers. And what I did is that whenever I released a new video, I tweeted about this, I spoke about this on social media. So it kind of attracted, as I mentioned, the right people to know about my my service and my course. I don't do that anymore for the course, but this is an example of something that I've done. At the flags that you see are 2 projects that I have, or let's say 1 project. So I like traveling and finances. I'm a financial coach, and we're location independent traveling. So I combine these 2. You see on the right side, we got the flag of France, and this one, you set the budget for your trip. And then whenever you get 10% of that trip, of the budget, you color 1 line. And when you have the flag full, basically you have the money to go to your vacation, workation, whatever. On the left side is for the kids, so countdown for when they're going to the trip. So this is a flag of Greece here, has 30 lines, and every day the kids would color 1 line until the 30th day they go to the trip. And that's kind of starting the conversation around their trip and getting the excitement up, they get pumped up. Let's see. Okay. How can you know that you have reached a safe website that requires your bank details for paying you to teach English or Hebrew? italki that I mentioned is safe. Preply is safe. These are big platforms. You shouldn't be worried about those. And I'm sure there are others. I just don't have examples here, but definitely you can do that. So for people who are looking for maybe running a business or something that somebody already started and then maybe buying it, these are the next few examples. And this is investing in digital sites or assets. I show you here 3 marketplaces. So these are Empire Flippers, Flippa, and motioninvest.com. You can see there are about 15 to 20 other marketplaces, and there are various Facebook groups to find these websites. So you see here the examples. Here at the bottom, you see there is a jewelry website is sold for $18,000. It's making, how much is it? $563. Okay. There are higher prices, $49,000, $38,000. Actually, this particular marketplace, prices can go up to $10 million, but you can really find different categories and different price points. You need to know what to do. It's not like you're buying and that's it. But if you want to combine something that you love and run a business and make something and make a living off it, that can be another option. Here are some more examples. Same marketplace. So we have something in the home niche. We have something in the hobbies niche. There are several of those. So this one here, personal care, $53,000, making this one, almost $1,300. Okay, this is an FBA, so it's actual products. But the digital ones, let's say this one for hobbies, 44,000, almost 45,000, making 1,500 a month, or almost this one, this number, 1,449, $1,449 on average. So you can find all these things out there. Here are more examples.
Can you explain
want to
how
talk
that
about
works?
massaging your foot? How that
Can you
works?
explain- Yeah, what does it mean that you're making like $1,500 a month from that? How does that work exactly? If the value goes up, the value of that asset goes up with time?
Yes. Let me finish a few more slides at the end and then ask you a question, okay? I'm glad to talk about that. Okay, a couple of more minutes. You want to have something about massage, about you have the expertise, you like it, go ahead. That's a website that was probably sold by now for $13,000. More examples for gardening, really endless, thousands of websites to be sold out there. You need to find the right ones. It's not, you need to know what to do, but once you know, you can live off it. Okay. Another interesting example is for somebody who built something that he likes. He wanted to plant trees around the world. So he has partners around the world. I was looking at buying this website, and people pay subscription. So people who are frequent flyers and want to offset their emission of their flight, they buy subscription for small, medium, large subscription. And according to that, it's the number of trees that are planted every year or every month. So they pay for the subscription. A certain amount of that goes to his partners around the world to plant the trees, and he keeps some of the profits. But again, something that he likes to do, cares about the planet, he built a business out of it. How can I be an affiliate, promote other people's sites? It depends on which niche. There are many, many, many affiliate networks out there that you can do that. Usually for people who have a website that have products, they have an affiliate section. And you can find that. If you have a specific question about a specific product, I can answer that later. And the last option is just being an employee and working for another company online. Here are two websites that you can find remote jobs, remote.io and remote.com. To find remote jobs, you don't need in many cases to leave your chair to really work for these companies all around the world. You can really have that opportunities right after this call. Go and you can apply for something that you love. Okay, so I'm towards finishing. So one thing that I want to offer you is, it's not so much, I called it career coaching session, but it's more about helping finding something that you're passionate about and then matching out the right income stream from it, from all the examples I gave and from my experience. If you want that, that's a special offer for $49. So you need to go to bit.ly/passion into income and then use the coupon Power to Fly. I can copy all that for you, so you don't have to do that. And last thing, these are all the places you can get me at shlomo@freefinancialself.com. That's my website and my email. On LinkedIn, it's Shlomo Freund, and Twitter is Freund Shlomo. Facebook, we have all that here. Question times. Let me scroll back up and see what people have asked. Inbal, first your question. Yes, please. Until
I was just trying to
stops me.
understand how digital assets work, digital asset investing. How does that work?
So it's a website that already earns an income. It can be through ads, it can be through affiliate networks, it can be through sponsorships, it can be through many, many different monetization channels. You can buy that website, probably add content, add monetization channels, diversify over with different deals that you do with the products or content that you have. And then you have the cash flow, but you also, because the website will grow and make more, then the worth of it also grows. So the multiplier, I don't know if you saw that on those markets, but it's around 40x of the monthly net income. So let's say a website make $1,000 a month, that would cost around $35,000 to $45,000 to buy. So it's a return of around 30% a year, or 25 to 30% a year. So it's not bad, but some of that cash flow you need to reinvest. It's still a nice income. You can make a living out of that. And then with the expertise and getting better and managing websites, you're able to for your website portfolio, basically.
Gotcha.
More questions. Rita, did I answer your questions about finding a good website? Dalia says she's like reading books, not necessarily telling them. Okay, I'm not sure exactly. If you want to come up and talk, maybe we can. I can help you more with that. Okay, more questions. We have time. We've got about 3-4 more minutes. I don't know when Alon will stop me. Okay, who do we have here?
Trying to get in. Okay.
Who's trying to get in? I
Dalia.
missed something. Oh, yes, go ahead.
I like to read books, but not telling them to people or write about it. Do you have any idea?
That's interesting. So just like the example I gave about listening to music and earning cryptocurrency from that, that's the one I've heard. By the way, I'm using an app that encourages you to walk and it pays you cryptocurrency. So I'm doing it daily, so it's kind of nice. Maybe there is another example from reading. I don't know. I can look it up if you want. Maybe I'll come up with an idea. I don't have something right now.
Okay.
Okay, who else? Anyone wants to do that mini coaching session of telling me what they like, and anyone else, and I'll try to help. I'm happy to do that. We got one more question. Oh, Sandra, that's a good idea. Dalia, she says you can maybe read to blind people. That's something that you can do. I wonder if there are people who needs that. Interesting. How would you compete though with recorded books? Oh, that's what you can do. You can basically read, being a voiceover for reading books. I mean, there are tons of ebooks and then they're turned into voice so people can listen. So maybe that's an idea for you to do that. You can start a
Yeah.
service for this, being a voiceover. It's not a voiceover. Voiceover is more for movies. I don't know what's the right terms for that. Okay. What else? Alon, what's your question? Okay, Sandra, are you okay with the website with italki? Okay, so before
I don't know. I tried.
Yes.
I
Go
was
ahead.
I was in the States not so long ago, and I thought, what was I going to do? What kind of profession?
Yeah.
I went into some sites, and they just wanted all your bank information, and I didn't know who to trust, so I didn't do it. I mean, I'm a certified English teacher. I've been
Sometimes-
teaching for 45 years,
Okay.
and I need something to do with the rest of my life.
Fair enough. Listen, they would need your bank information because they need to pay you.
I know, but I know, but they didn't want to pay very much. They wanted to pay $13, and it's nothing.
Okay, so as I said, when you start out, you probably need to compromise, but over time, when you're getting more and more students, you can make your prices higher. There is really a
Yeah,
whole
but-
range there on these websites.
I don't have any special, unique way of teaching. I mean, I know how to teach, but
Listen,
about this gal, like who wanted to do research.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing, research for my English lessons, and I came up with the English lessons that were very interactive, and that would be something I think that's good. Maybe I
Actually,
can team up. Maybe I can
Yeah.
team up with Ibal. She can do research, and I could teach it.
okay, direct message her. By the way, I spoke with somebody who has a platform for English teachers that she creates content for them to teach, and they pay subscription. She's creating the content. She has the website. It's probably also something that you can do, Sandra. So before we finish, I want you to write in the chat for me, what is your takeaway from my talk? What did you learn? What did you come up with? Any idea, anything happening? Write in the chat. I'd love to know.
Okay.
Let's see. So what was that thing for you? Okay, Tamima said some things to explore. Great. I'm glad to hear that. What else? Alon is happy about the outreach. Go Alon. Thank you. What else? More extensive list of safe sites. Okay. If you send me a message afterwards, I can try and look up something. But definitely the two that I've mentioned, these are okay. They're big enough.
Okay.
You can work with them.
Thank
What else,
you.
guys and women? Welcome. Okay, so thank you very much for joining. Happy to be here again, and I'll see you next time. Have a good evening or a good day wherever you are.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dalia, for the good words. If there is anything I can do, please reach out.